Hello, it's Ernie on Freestyle Libre 14 day. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. I got 8 parlay tickets yesterday, or no, 9. And only one of them's no good. You gotta wait for the games tonight. But I had 2 pushes, 2 even games. So that cut down on the teams on a couple of them. But it's better than losing. So that's good. Okay, better check our... Oh, I got my corruption app. About that in the Philippines. They think they got government corruption, which they do. You know, they'll sell land to China or people do things for money, but they got that Duterte in there now. Rodrigo Duterte, he's not as corrupt. You see his house, you're like, well, that's amazing. It's not that big. He's president of a country. And it's not like not even close to anything like Nancy Pelosi or Trump or anybody like that. Like Manny Pacquiao, senator. He's the nicest guy in the world, but he'll knock your ass out. Okay, here's the sensor, 147. Okay, it's going straight. And look good, the blue line took it. Didn't have much trouble yesterday. What did I do? Oh yeah, I didn't take a lot of the quick acting. No vlog. And today I haven't taken the Lavamere, and just before I started this, my blood sugar was 140. I gotta do the eye thing, but 140. Now it's 147. So take 30 of my Lavamere. My doctor originally said just take 60 of it right at one time. I don't like it. Doesn't feel good. It feels like it's being flooded. So doing pretty good of doing 30 and 30. It lasts 24 hours anyway. 30. We're doing this 14 days to see if it looks like I'm getting used to it, getting any better. Wipe my thigh, get the needle out, get this out. See, get that, and the needle in here. And the needles aren't anything like the other needles. Nope. It would help to put the 30 in before you stick it in there. Okay, 30, and then count to 5 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what's good political? Oh yeah, Trump did come to Nevada. Went to Reno, and then he went to Henderson. Now the media is complaining because Sisolak, the governor here in Nevada, is complaining that Trump broke the 50-person together rule. Which, yeah, they were crowded. People were raising hell. and not raising hell, just cheering. And they were all sat together. A couple people had bass, but not many. Like yesterday, I've got a tape of it. I was at Westgate Sportsbook down there near the Strip. I went there. That's the world's largest sportsbook. And yeah, it was fun to get out, but everybody had masks on. Everybody was social distanced. All the tables were social distanced. Everything was about social distancing, plastic thing. And it was too crowded. You're thinking, not your social distance, too crowded? Yeah, too crowded. Needed more tables, more places to sit. There's old people there that probably need a place to sit, Shit. This whole thing, I think it's running its course. All this, I got the thing about voting in the mail. Where is it? Important information for Nevada 2020 general election. Blah, blah, blah. By mail. You will receive a ballot in the mail as required by Assembly Bill 4. Completed ballots must be postmarked or dropped off at designated drop-off areas by November 3rd. Okay. That's okay, but I'm in an apartment, and I know like I'm a old mailman and retired small town postmaster, but I get a bunch of stuff from the guys people that lived here 2-3 years ago. They didn't put in a change of address for some reason, or nobody forwards it, so I put a line through it and give it back, but I got their ballot shit, so I could wait. If I wanted to give somebody 2 votes, you could. But I guess, either way, if it was phony, it could work for Trump too. But I don't know. Just needs to be a real election. We don't need to be like the socialist countries. Like, who's that? Where they? What's that country over there by Bulgaria? Belarus? Yeah, Belarus maybe. They have, it's socialist. It's actually Soviet Union type government. Just a little piece that branched off and remained communist. They call it socialist. I don't know. It's communist. If you say something bad about the guy, they beat the shit out of you or kill you. So, or imprison you. We don't want none of that. So whoever's lighting those fires and paying people to walk across countries to invade our country, it's all an invasion. They need to be taken out. The new world order wants to make us all like the world one country. But which country? You know what I mean? Is it gonna be communist China style government? Probably. Look at who runs the WHO. Look, who runs the UN. Do your research how the UN was created. There was going to be a coup against Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and it's easy to find the story. Yeah, George H.W. Bush. His family was involved in that. Look it up. Trading with the enemy. That was during World War II, starting. You know, the engines in the Nazi Jeeps were Fords. Hitler's protege, hero, was Henry Ford. He had a picture of him in his office. Big one. So, these are things nobody wants to hear about. You know, you don't hear about them when you're in elementary school. It's all the da. But I used to say the Pledge of Allegiance in school every day of my life. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And that just came natural. So, you know, kids were brainwashed. It's called brainwashing. I don't know if it's good or bad. Get the laundry clean, but anyway, under God, you know, so now that makes it a prayer, you know. And remember, if a judge treats you like you're a peasant, then he's breaking the Constitution. It says in the Constitution, Article 1, Section 9, reading that it's actually, you're not supposed to call the judge even Your Honor, because that's a monarchy, and we're not a monarchy. And the judge has to have his oath of office in the back room. He's there to protect us, to protect us and our rights. And if he doesn't have his oath of office in the back room, he's a trespasser on the court. He's not, you know, he's supposed to be a mediator, you know, between the two different judges. I didn't tell you that I was in there and that other attorney in the family court was getting all upset and said, "And what about your mail order bride?" Just, judge didn't say a word. He yelled at me though, "Mr. Overton, quiet," because she asked me 2 questions. And I said, "Wait a minute, that's 2 questions. Not just a yes or no. Let me ask each one. You're what did she do? Like, object, and not like some big freaking clown." And he's doing it, and I turned and said to the judge, you know, what I just said. She answered 2 questions. I didn't get to say much. I was on the stand, and it's pretty, "Mr. Overton," you know, that, and then she said, "And what about your mail order bride?" Judge didn't say a word. I'm just sitting here going, praying to God, please don't blow up. You know, they talk about your wife and insult you. They know nothing about my wife. You know, she already had a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. She was, you know, they were discriminating against her because she was Filipina. So, you know what I say about all the discrimination things, about affirmative action and this and that. Don't think that I don't know it happens, you know. And so it just blew out there and nobody said a word, but I didn't get to say anything, like, you know, they didn't know anything about my wife. And yeah, I did meet her because of the internet, and you know, that's kind of what they're insinuating. But if you look up the information, 1 out of 3 marriages happen because of the internet, which is good. You don't have to settle for your neighbor anymore. You know, it's actually pretty convenient. Now you gotta watch out for scammers. Better watch out for scammers, but you can tell. And sometimes you got to take a chance. Life's a gamble. Yeah, like I said, you know, Sportsbook, but You go gamble, get carried away. It's not too much. If I just did that every week, I'd, probably still end up losing. But it's fun. Because you think, so I had season tickets to the Chiefs years ago. Kansas City Chiefs. And I mean, in one day, I would spend what I spent 1 year on the season, about a half a year, But you have a lot of fun. All the people in the sports books is all yelling for their team. There's a lot of noise going on, free country type stuff. So, you see stuff. Like I went in the poker room. They had a 1-2 game going on, and buy-in was $50. But that's worth it. I lost. I had a what the hell? I was ahead quite a bit, and I got dealt an ace king and bet it. The gal next to me, she was just definitely a gambler. She had like a jack 5 and bet big. And the flop jack king out, and I knew she had that jack. I knew it. She bet big again. And she could have had a little pair even. It still beats an ace king. Ace kings, Oh, like our league owner says, ace king's overplayed a lot. Yeah, it is. But there was only 4 players. It's hard to play. Like, sometimes it's good to play short-handed, but it's different than 9 or 10-handed. And there was only a few people playing because they had all these plastic things, but all of us were joking together and having fun. And made one guy took his mask off, and one of the bouncer guys came and said, "You got to put your mask on." You know what I mean? We all just started laughing and everything. He put his mask on, but I remember the Hong Kong flu. That lasted for a little bit, but just disappeared. And I always take the flu shot, old, but I don't know about this one. I don't know. This is just too suspicious. Why don't they just, get rid of everybody, and then, my wife turned the light off again. She just does stuff. Like I'll be out there to get in the car, and she'll be in here with the button and start turning it on and off and unlocking, locking. But anyway, I was thinking just get rid of everybody that's running now, and let's just appoint Kamala Harris, because she's supposedly a black woman with I don't know. She's got rights because she's a woman. That's why. I mean, that's what she says. That's her stance. So, anyway, it's a joke anyway. Okay, so be careful of corruption and root for me tonight. What I need to happen is for Tennessee and Pittsburgh to cover the spread, and I'll win all of these. Let's see. Steelers are... Oh, good. Steelers are favored by 5.5. That's pretty good odds. It was 7 before. I didn't even notice that. And then, what do we got here? Oh, the Titans. They're favored by 3. I didn't take all the favorites either, but it was interesting, there's no crowd there, you don't have any 12th fan, and that makes it makes a difference. And I didn't see the, I didn't even, I stayed away. I got my bets in and left, and then the game started. So I don't know if they showed the festivities before, if everybody was kneeling and doing all that nonsense. What are they kneeling for? You know, it's not the 68 Olympics and two black guys won the 200-meter dash or whatever. That was, I think that was a big deal. I think that was good that they stood there and gave the power sign, because that was the years during, you know, some big times during the civil rights movement. As a matter of fact, when Rosa Parks died, and I was in the small town postmaster, I put the flag at half-mast, and a lady that was she was a security guard came, "What's the flag at half-mast for?" It said Rosa Parks died, you know, and it wasn't a national thing to do it at half-mast. I did it myself. What? Well, she committed a crime, didn't she? Or she broke the law, didn't she? That's what she said. But sometimes you gotta break bad laws. You know, she put herself out there. So, I think Rosa Parks was a good person and had the right to do what she did. You know, anybody that makes an old lady not sit down, you know, just complete total asshole. So, there's been progress made. Now there's, oh, what the hell? No need to be kneeling. Do something right. Okay. Sing the national anthem. Okay, God bless America. God bless everybody here. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. And the Libre, Freestyle Libre 14 is getting a lot easier to use and figure out. It's much better to use that and take the right amount of insulin. Don't overdo it. Okay. Y'all have a beautiful day today. If I could